What's up, gentlemen? So one of the benefits to me being 45 years old is that I have some life experience and perspective that you don't. Today, guys, I'm going over 10 things that you as an amazing young man must have, possess, or develop by the age of 20, possibly 30, even if you get there at 40, I'm not mad at you. So this list of 10 things, guys, is in no particular order. The sooner you can find them and develop them and have them and own them as a man, the better off you're going to be and the sooner you're going to be successful. The first thing is a healthy relationship. It's impossible to feel good about yourself if you are in a toxic relationship. If you're with somebody just because they're hot, but they're a horrible person, or they make you feel bad about yourself, this is the wrong person. It's about being real, being honest, looking yourself in the mirror and your relationship and identifying if it's good, if it's healthy, if it uplifts you, or if it tears you down and is negative. Which brings me to the second thing you need, and that is self-control. Discipline, gentlemen. It is a game changer. If you cannot control yourself when you go out, when you're drinking, if you cannot control yourself when it comes to buying stuff, if you can't control your impulses and urges, gentlemen, it's never going to work because you're never going to be able to do the hard things. You're never going to be able to make a plan, set a budget, or do the things that you need to do in order to move yourself forward in life or as a person. Which brings me to the third thing you need, and that is a schedule. Every single day you need to be sticking to and adhering to a routine. Guys, routine is the essence of you being productive. It's the essence of you being successful. 24 hours in a day, every single one of us has the same amount of time. What you do with yours is going to dictate how successful you become. The next thing that you need to have is a protection plan. The truth is, there are a lot of shitty people out there that would rather do or steal from you as opposed to working hard. Identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in the world, in the country, wherever you live, gentlemen, it is going on. And the amount of time that we spend online, gentlemen, or on our phones, it is critical that you protect yourself and your identity if you want to be successful in the future. Because if somebody steals it, they could potentially ruin your life. Guys, if you want to protect yourself like I do, I use the company Aura, which is identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, password management, and antivirus software all in one easy-to-use app. They are today's video sponsor, and the great news, gentlemen, right now you get to try it for free for 14 days if you hit that link down below. And when you guys sign up, I want you to do something. I want you in the comments to let me know how many times Aura found your personal information on the dark web. Me, it was 8. The scary thing, a lot of the emails and passwords and stuff that they found, I'm still using, but the cool thing is that once I knew, I was able to quickly go in and change it to make sure that I was more protected and safe. Gentlemen, you cannot wait. Every second counts when it comes to identity theft protection, and that's the reason why I love Aura so much. You get notified super quick to your email or your cell phone anytime something has been breached or they detect any information or your information, whether or not it's emails, passwords, or numbers out there on the dark web. They are constantly scanning and monitoring to make sure that you are safe. Guys, my identity has been stolen like 3 times. One of the times, somebody actually hacked into my bank accounts and changed the passwords, the information, not to mention the address. I was days away from being cleaned out. It just so happened that I went into the bank. It literally was just luck that I went into the bank that day and the teller knew me and was like, "Did you move to New York?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Did you change your phone number?" I'm like, "No." It was at this point that I knew I needed to protect myself. Guys, do not wait a second longer. Right now, like I said, it's free, totally free to go sign up and see if your information is actually out there on the dark web. And when you do, all right, because like I said, it's free, I want you in the comments to actually post how many times. Was it 4? Was it 2? Was it 0? Was it 27? When my wife signed up, 13 times. Guys, bottom line, you cannot afford to not be protected. And the company that I use, that I trust with all of myself, my assets, my identity, is Aura. Do not wait a second longer. Aura, like I said, I absolutely love them. They're amazing. They're also crazy affordable because after the 14 days, you're going to want to continue to use them so that they can help protect you from those scumbags that are out there. Gentlemen, hit the link down below. Go check out Aura. Sign up 14 days for free. And when you do, try it out. I want you to let me know down in the comments how many times your personal information has been compromised. Gentlemen, now is the time. Do not wait a second longer because your future, your identity depends on it. The next thing you need is a financial plan. All right, now here's the truth. When I was in my 20s, I was a disaster. I didn't make much money. I didn't save. I was spending. honestly more than I had on credit. But by the age of 30, you need to get your shit together. Hopefully in your 30s, you're starting to make a little bit more money. You gotta make sure that you have a plan and that you're saving for your future. It means delayed gratification oftentimes. It means living below your means. I know that it's sexy and it sounds good to drive a really nice car, to live in a really super badass place, or wear the best clothing or a badass watch. But the truth is that if you put off now, save and plan for the future, invest your extra cash, you're gonna be in a very strong position and eventually you're gonna have FU money. Which should be the goal by the end of your 30s, honestly. Have enough set aside that you're like, yo, I'm cool for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It puts you in a position of power as opposed to weakness. The next thing you need is a mentor or a role model, right? You hear the term mentor thrown out a lot these days, right? What I would recommend is find somebody that you admire and look up to and try to see what you can learn from them. What can you learn from people that have been there before, that have gotten the t-shirt, that understand how to do certain things? It's a lot easier to learn from other people's mistakes and advice than it is for you to sort of break rocks and figure it out on your own. Don't be afraid and so ignorant to not ask for help when you need it. Guys, the truth is, if you surround yourself with amazing like-minded men and people, you're gonna have more resources in order to help you, more people that have more knowledge to help point you in the right direction. Which brings me to the next thing that you need to have, and that is good friends. And I'm not even talking about relationship. We already talked about that. But friends, these are people that you're going to be influenced by. The people that are gonna help uplift you, the people that you're gonna go to when times are tough or you need something. When I surrounded myself with like-minded people, the Menfluential Conference, right? Antonio Centeno, guys like that, everything in my life got better because I was finally around people that got me, that understood me, that was moving in a similar direction that I was. But when I was hanging out with low-budget losers, not that they weren't cool people, but people that were not moving in the right direction or being what I aspire to be, I was never going to get to where I needed to go, and neither will you, because you're being dragged down by these small-minded individuals that would rather go out and get drunk as opposed to work hard and plan for the future. Which brings me to the next thing that you must have, and that is a goal, a North Star. What are you working for? What are you striving for? In your 20s, I get it, right? You're trying to figure yourself out. What are you passionate about? What do you like? Up until this point, you have done things because other people encouraged you or told you to do them. Your mom, your dad, your friends, your girlfriend, whatever. But when you're in your 20s, gentlemen, this is the time for you to finally be like, I don't give a shit what you say. I need to find my purpose, my path, have that direction, find that North Star and go for it. The next thing you need to figure out and find is your self-respect. You know, so many times I'll look on social media, I'll see people posting things or saying things, or I meet people, and I know that they don't respect themselves. We earn respect. It is not guaranteed, it is not given. You've got to do and position yourself in a manner that is worthy of respect, which means you got to take care of yourself, your personal packaging. Think of your image as your brand. What is your brand saying about you? Is it high class? Is it low budget? It's up to you. And the last thing that you need is a failure. You've got to have a failure. In your 20s, you better have one. In your 30s, you're probably going to have a few more. If you're not failing, it means you're not trying, you're not striving, you are not doing and reaching outside of your comfort zone. And guys, the one thing that keeps us safe, the one thing that holds us back is the fear of failure. Once you fail, once you take it off the table, once you get over it, you realize you didn't die, you're cool, you're all right, it sucked, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. One of the worst things about failing is it's embarrassing to tell other people that it didn't work out. But you know what? They're not trying. You are, and you need to be able to endure the failure in order for you to unlock your potential and be amazing, which I know you are.